The thing that is confusing about mortgages is that people who offer them don't tend to actually know how to speak to people. Okay, let's talk about why getting a mortgage feels so freaking complicated and stressful. All right. First and foremost, I want to explain that if you are wanting to buy a home in the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, what the critical component is of this happening for most of you is getting financing, right? Like you obviously have to find the house, but to even find the house, you have to make sure that you can get a loan to afford the house. Now, sometimes if you're a cash buyer, this video is just straight up not for you and don't watch. But for most people, the thing that is in, like, if you are here renting and you want to be here, which is purchasing a home, the actually core thing in the middle is getting the financing to do so, right? Once you then confirm what options you have for financing, then you start the home search process. Here's the thing. Mortgages, and I'm just going to say this quite frankly, are confusing because people who have been in this industry for 10, 15, 20 years, they have forgotten how to speak to people in a way that people who don't offer mortgages for a living can understand. I will say that one thing that my team and I are really, really intentional on is making sure that you understand what the hell we are talking about, okay? Part of our process, so from the very beginning to the end, we actually map out every single step of the way. What we're doing, why we're doing it, when we're doing it, what we need from you, what you can expect from us. Every step of the way. Most people are visual, okay? Most people need to see things to be able to conceptualize what that looks like. We give that to you, okay? We're texting, we send you personalized videos, you're getting images that show you where you are in the process. The thing that is confusing about mortgages is that people who offer them don't tend to actually know how to speak to people, okay? As a prior Air Force officer, also as a prior online educator, I would say that one of my biggest strengths is knowing how to take really complicated banking terminology and to bring it to my clients in a way that they know what the hell I am saying and what I am talking about. There is a huge miscommunication between mortgage banking professionals, lenders, and home buyers, right? And what happens is most people, you don't want to feel stupid, right? So if you're on the phone and somebody's talking over your head, you're going to be like, yeah, okay, cool, got it. And then you're going to go to chat GPT after because you're like, what the hell did they just say? That's so normal. And it's really unfortunate because the reality is that you really should be able to easily ask questions and get an answer in a way that you feel like you can consume and digest that information. That is, to me, what's actually confusing about mortgages isn't the information, it's the way that you are receiving it, right? It's the way that people are giving you the information, it's the way that it's phrased, it's the verbiage, it's the terminology that's used, that if you do not do real estate investing, home buying, financing every day, you're probably going to be like, what the hell was that? And the reality is that, like, I don't blame you. I remember before I started doing this, sometimes people would send things and I would be like, okay, like, and y'all, I bought 6 homes, so I should know. And I didn't. And so I think that now doing this, I think it's so critical and so important to slow down, change the terminology, break it down step by step. So that way, as you are going through the process, you know what to expect. You know why it's important. You know why it's needed. Often the why is what people need to feel comfortable to move forward. And very not so often do people give you the why. Okay. So this is more of a affirmation of, like, if you feel overwhelmed as shit trying to buy a house right now, or even just thinking about the process, or maybe you've tried this before and it was a bad experience, or God, maybe you've even bought a house before and now you're looking to start again, but you're like, whew, last time was a doozy and I don't even remember what we talked about. This is a, like, open door for you to work with someone who can give you the information in a way that you can understand, that you can digest, and that you feel safe and comfortable asking clarifying questions if you don't really know what the heck is listed. Okay. That clarity is so important. I mean, honestly, this is why I feel like a lot of people end up going to, like, online lenders, because by online lenders, I mean like big companies, right? Like Veterans United or like Rocket Mortgage or whatever. And then you end up kind of getting thrown into a queue. But it's better for some people than feeling like when you get on the phone with whoever, Bob Jones, that the way that they speak to you and the things that they, also, if there's a Bob Jones out there, I am so sorry if I offended you. They're speaking to you in a way that, like, you don't understand, you don't feel comfortable. And then based on the way that they're talking, you're not going to ask a clarifying question because you're not confident that you're even going to get an answer back that you understand. Okay. Work with somebody who is going to personally assist you, personally consult you, go through the step by step, give you what you need, make you feel confident, give you the clarity that you need to make the right decision for you. Okay. So if mortgages feel really confusing and overwhelming for you, you're not the problem, the industry's the problem.